Today we're going to look at our YouVersion Bible and using it as a study tool. This will be a series of short videos on different features of the YouVersion Bible. Our first step is going to be to open the Bible to download other Bible versions we may be interested in. If you look in the top left, we have the Bible icon that I'm going to now click. Once in the Bible, the easiest way to get to where we want to go is looking at the bottom icons, the second one from the left, the Bible, tapping that. I get to see what book and what Bible version I was in last. I was in the Amplified Bible, signified by the AMP, as the second item on the top navigation bar. By tapping that, it pulls a menu of all the different Bible versions that are available in the YouVersion Bible. By scrolling through, I can see all of the different types of Bibles I can pull down. Pastor Howard has always told us to understand which kind of Bible we're downloading. There are some Bibles that are direct translations, and there are other Bibles that are interpretations. Some of the major versions I already have downloaded, but for the purposes of this demonstration, we're going to scroll all the way back to the top, and I'm just going to pick one additional Bible to download, and that's going to be the English Standard Version. By agreeing to the download terms, I immediately begin downloading the Bible. Because these Bibles are mostly just text information, they download fairly quickly if you're attached to a Wi-Fi network. The reason I'm downloading these Bibles is very specific. As I look at a passage and I want to do something, let's say like compare, by clicking on the right menu button at the very bottom, the three lines, which we call the hamburger menu, I can see all kinds of options. But today we're not going to use those yet. We're going to start, again, by going into our passage. We're going to go into the full chapter. Once we're in the full chapter and we highlight a section, our menu appears at the bottom. On that menu, we see the word compare. By selecting the scripture that I'm interested in, I can hit the compare button, and that compare button will pull up that same highlighted scripture in various versions of the Bible. I can now compare different versions. If you notice, the ESV version looks very different from the Amplified version at the very top. The Amplified version is written in more plain speech, and if you find it difficult to read the King James Version or the Standard English Version or other versions, the Amplified Bible often gives more information. If you scroll through and quickly see in parentheses where it says sin and guilt, those are words that don't actually appear in the Bible chapter, but they're inserted to give the words more context. By using the Amplified Bible, it further opens up Scripture to give you a better idea of the concepts being talked about in the background. This is how you can look at different versions of the Bible and actually compare. This is what would be called a parallel Bible study. Let's find another scripture. By tapping on the top level on the left, I can actually pick which book of the Bible I want to be in. Let's look at something in Psalms. Again, I can select which scriptures I want to talk about, and I can hit the compare button, and I can see that same section brought out in different text versions. I'll scroll slowly again so you can see some of the differences. By looking in the second line, the NIV reads, "I will be glad and rejoice in you. I will sing the praises of your name, O Most High." But in the NET version, it says, "I will be happy and rejoice in you. I will sing praises to you, O Sovereign One." Later we'll learn about Strong's numbers. If you look at the Strong's numbers associated with different words, you can see how different interpretations of the Bible might choose a slightly different word to get to the core meaning of what was meant. But again, that'll be another lesson. Thank you.